everyone, my name is Sandy. Welcome to the Circle of Power Academy YouTube channel. Now in here you'll be learning all things personal development, all things entrepreneurship, and we try to give you the best tricks and tips possible and kind of show you the whys and tell you the hows on how to do and achieve certain things. So if this is of interest to you, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also hit the bell notification down below to be notified every single time we post a new video. And if you haven't already, join us on our Facebook community, which is over 1,000 people, and we're just there to motivate and inspire one another. Now let's get into the video. Today I want to talk about 5 rituals that predict success. First off, success is whatever success means to you. For me, these are just rituals that will make sure that you become a person who is proactive and someone who is able to kind of make success part of their life. Okay, so this is kind of rituals and routines that will really set you apart from others. Now the first one is about planning the night before. This is so key, and this is what a lot of people do. The reason why this is so important is so that you can kind of set your day, obviously the night before, and when you come in the next morning you have it all planned, you know what you're doing. Now the main reason really why this is so key on planning the night before is if you didn't, you'll be walking in the next morning, you'll be planning, saying, okay, I've got this many hours in the day, this is what I'm planning to achieve, I can do all of these things, I'm going to do this, and this. But because we haven't really planned it properly in the morning, we kind of wake up in the morning, if let's say we're motivated, we're like, yeah, we'll do this. But if we're not motivated, then we feel a bit, no, shall I say that we can do this? Maybe I won't be able to do this, whatsoever. So your mood on the day affects what you think you'll be able to achieve on that day. And we don't want our mood to affect our business, our personal life, and anything that we're doing, and our productivity. Now if you, let's say, wake up really motivated and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this, but something along the day kind of disrupts you, something kind of happens, and you don't do all the things that you initially set out to do, then you can feel quite defeated. You can feel like, you know, I planned to do all of these things and didn't do all of these things, and you tend to feel quite defeated. So the whole idea is, if you plan the night before, you already have a clear structure in your head of what you want to do. You can then be flexible when it comes to it in the morning, because you already know what's the main sort of task you need to achieve and what's the bonus task. If you achieve it, you'll feel amazing about yourself. So plan the night before so you wake up in the morning afresh. You don't have to make too many decisions in the morning. And I'll be talking about how decision making is such a big thing as well. But plan the night before. Wake up in the next morning, know exactly what you want to conquer, know exactly what you want to do, and have that plan of action already. So plan the night before is something that you really should start doing to really progress you forward. Now, the second one is called visualization. I will do a whole video on visualization and what visualization is and the main kind of reasons to visualization. Now, for me, being able to visualize is such a powerful key. If you've heard of the law of attraction before, you know why visualization is important. If you haven't, I'll kind of explain it now. So visualization is an art or a thing that you do, or a ritual that you do, where you close your eyes and you imagine yourself in a certain scenario that hasn't probably happened yet. Okay, so it hasn't happened yet, but you're wanting to be in that position, you're wanting to achieve that, you're wanting to be that, so you're kind of visualizing your future self. Now the main reason why, you know, everyone should be doing this is because you're able to then tap into the energy of your future self. So for example, I visualize myself, you know, before now I used to have this image of myself in a New York penthouse with large windows and kind of just how I am in my own apartment. But since then, I've been able to manifest something quite similar to that. So now instead, I'm visualizing sort of like a really nice office where all my staff is, where everyone is, and it's my large office with glass doors, and it's very specific. Now the reason why I visualize this every single day is so I'm able to tap into the energy of that future Sandy. So if I know how future Sandy is acting in her office with these glass windows and all of this, then current Sandy will be able to tap into that energy. So visualization is all about this energy transfer, where you get something from the future and bring it to the present, and then you already be it. It's a state of being. But like I said, sometimes people find it quite a complicated concept, so I'll be more than happy to kind of explain it further if you guys want that. So comment down below if you want me to kind of explain more about visualization. But visualization is so key to do every day, because not only you remember the goals and remember what you're working towards, but also you're able to tap into the energy and bring it to the present. The third one is an effective morning routine. Now, I've just wrote here morning routine, but what I mean is figure out what your morning routine is. Figure out what it is that will bring you success, what it is that will make your morning routine amazing. What can you do in the morning that will ensure that you have the most productive and best morning possible? Now, for me, what's really important, what I tell a lot of people, is to avoid going on your phone too much in the morning, because if you do that, you kind of have this decision-making fatigue. The more you scroll through your phone, the more decisions you're making, saying, should I scroll through this? Should I read this tweet? Should I like this tweet? Should I share this tweet? Should I comment on this person's thing? Should I reply to this person? Your brain is making so many decisions that you didn't know your brain was making. Now, because your brain is making all of these decisions, when it comes towards the end of the day or the midday, you're tired. Your brain is tired. You can't think creatively because you've already made all of these decisions. So it's really important to have an effective morning routine. And if you want an action plan, I'm challenging you to wake up 20 minutes earlier than you normally would. And in that 20 minutes, I want you to do something creative. I want you to either read, I want you to either brainstorm a new idea, something. Just do something than you normally would do. And I just want you to spend that 20 minutes really well, instead of kind of scrolling through your phone or kind of thinking about other events that is not relevant to you. Okay, so do something that's quite creative, do something for yourself. Now, the next one is reading. Now, reading is essential. Reading will allow you to gain knowledge, and knowledge is power. So read. Okay, by being able to read, you're able to gain knowledge, you're able to have good conversations, you're able to show someone that you understand, you're able to even impress people way older than you, and you're able to impress people who have been in the industry longer than you, because you know information, you have read, and you've taken the proactive way of finding information out. You're reading, and this expands your knowledge, and reading inspires you more than anything. Now, a lot of people search for motivation. What you should actually search for is inspiration, because motivation is quite temporary, whereas inspiration lasts forever. Why is it that when we get inspired with an idea, we kind of go for it, but when we get motivated, we can get demotivated? You can't get de-inspired, you can only get demotivated. So reading inspires you. Watching, let's say, documentaries or watching certain things inspires you. It sparks an idea, it inspires you. Motivation is very temporary, so seek for inspiration rather than motivation, because motivation kind of comes from within. Okay, motivation comes from within. It comes from setting meaningful goals, and I will be posting a video soon about meaningful goals and setting meaningful goals, so you're able to kind of know how to maintain your motivation. So I'll do a whole video on how to maintain motivation, because like I said, that's more internal, but when you read, you're inspired, and inspiration lasts longer. Now, the last one is eating right. Now, I've not done this myself that much, so I don't want to, say, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to eat. But what I can say is, when you eat certain things, you need to be conscious of what you're eating, first of all, right? And you also need to know that whatever you put in your body does affect you. So you need to kind of search for things that will bring you energy, and will give you kind of these energies, and kind of avoid foods that are heavy, carbs that kind of make you feel lazy and kind of make you feel drained throughout the day. Also, a kind of a tip of how to eat more consciously. For me personally, I went through a journey where I was too busy, and I normally eat when I'm doing work. So when you're eating, when you're doing something, you don't quite realize what you're putting in your mouth, which is quite dangerous, right? Because then you don't know what consciously, are you eating healthy, are you not eating healthy, and whatnot. So it's really important to kind of eat healthily and eat right. So what I do is kind of to realize that I eat consciously is I kind of go, when I have my lunch, I kind of sit alone, I don't have my phone with me, and I'm just there with myself, with my food, and eating really consciously and knowing exactly what goes into my body and what doesn't. So this is kind of the 5 rituals to become successful, and kind of 5 rituals of success. So I hope you kind of follow 1 or 2 of these, and kind of let me know how your morning routine is, or how things are going by implementing this into your life. So like I said, if you've enjoyed this and subscribe to our channel, you'll be hearing all things entrepreneurship, all things personal development. Also, tap the bell notification down below to be notified every single time we post a new video, and join us in our Facebook community where there's thousands of us wanting to achieve so much success. So join us, join the team. And if you've got any questions that you want answering in any one of our videos, then do send your questions over, and I would love to answer them. So my name is Sandy. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you again soon.